Aloha. So for those of you who don't know, Michael and I have moved into a cabin, a jungle cabin in Lower Puna on the Big Island. And this is an eco-Epicurean farm called the Seaview Water Farm. And it's our friend Robert Kent's farm, and we are lucky enough to get to rent his cabin. And there is so much growing around here that we get to eat and enjoy. And so I'm excited to share some of the things that we are finding here that we get to eat. But today I wanted to actually show you some of the amazing fruits that we've been finding, and then also a really special thing that I have never done before. Two things actually. One is make my own coconut milk, except this time it's out of sprouted coconuts. And I've never had sprouted coconut milk. In fact, I don't think you can buy sprouted coconut milk, but I'm going to make it and I'm going to show you how. And then also cacao fruit juice. So I'm going to show you how to actually juice the fruit, which I just learned how to do, and I had for the first time with Michael maybe a week or so ago, and it was like the most divine thing that I've ever tasted in my life. So we found these cacao pods on the side of the road. We bought them from someone they were selling them on the side of the road. And so I'm going to show you how to do that. So first, for those of you who've never cracked a coconut, let me see. We bought this coconut like this, except the one we purchased. The other one we had was sprouted. And so you can actually see this is like the little sprout. And it was coming right out of the top. All right. And so there was definitely an embryo growing inside. That was kind of spongy, and we ate that already. And then all of this meat we basically got out of the shell. And so I'll show you how to do that real quick. You basically take kind of a blunt, not sharp knife, like a butter knife, and you want to just kind of wedge it in between the skin and the husk carefully, because you don't want to hurt yourself. And it'll eventually just pop away from the husk. Now, it doesn't have to be super clean because we're just going to be doing an extract of this. So, and I'll show you what I mean by that in a minute. So, boom, got the last piece out. You can actually see in this piece where the embryo is going and growing into the coconut, starting to use all of this fuel and energy to grow. So, it's already started to break down the coconut meat, make it easier to digest for us. And boom. Okay, got that all out. So now, what are we going to do with all this coconut meat? It's pretty hard, it's pretty thick. You know, there's all kinds of things you can do with coconut meat like this, but what we're going to do is we're going to shred it in the food processor. So, shredder blade, boom, food processor. So coconut milk is basically just hot water extract of the coconut meat. So the first thing is to break this down so that we can actually extract from it. So what I'm going to do is just put all of this in here. Then what I'm going to do, now you could just pour the hot water over this, but what I actually want to do to make it even richer and creamier is I'm going to use the S blade with hot water and blend it up some more. This is so fun for me. So I have hot water, and this is actually harvested here on site. This is harvested rainwater. That's why it's called a water farm, because they're farming water from the sky. And so now I'm going to pour this back into the food processor with the S blade in. Take hot water. I'm going to put maybe 2 cups. I don't measure much. Alright, and then I'm going to blend that up. We'll let that go a little bit, and we're going to just let that hot water kind of infuse into the coconut meat so that then we can extract it out. And we're going to extract it out with this mesh nylon bag, which is sold often as like a paint strainer bag at a paint store or hardware store. Very handy to have in the kitchen. Alright, so now we have this sludge. It's kind of like a coconut slurry. Show it to you. And so I'm going to pour that out into this bowl. This is a ceramic lined bowl. Get that out so that then, I'm basically going to let it cool, because obviously if I were to try to strain that right now, it would hurt my hands. So just let that cool for a minute. Put this in the sink. Alright, now while that cools, we're going to do our cacao juice. So for those of you who don't know, you can actually eat the fruit of the cacao. So let me show you what that looks like. So in here, you see this white, kind of sticky fruit. And so if I actually suck on that, I can taste that it's kind of like sweet and tangy. So good. So what I'm going to do is just actually pour these in this nylon mesh strainer bag. Obviously, the more of these cacao pods you have, the more you're going to get. So if you only have like, one, it may not really be worth doing all of this, but whatever. I think it's worth it just for the experience. You can see actually that one it cut one of the beans. Look how purple it is. So before cacao is fermented, it's kind of purple like that, the beans. And they don't really taste like chocolate. So once we're done getting this pulp off, this juice, we're going to actually ferment the beans so that then we can roast them if we want or keep them raw and just use them as chocolate. Which I believe Tracy and Nicole are having a chocolate disco party on Oahu. So if you're on Oahu, you should go to that, because that sounds so fun. Alright, so I'm just going to basically work this into this bowl, just kind of like working back and forth. Like again, this is probably going to be very little because these weren't super juicy, but as I'm working it, I can feel the juice coming out. But still, it's not going to be like a huge yield here. But flavor-wise, it's going to be so worth it. So if I were to do this again, like actually take the time to do this as a little home project, I would definitely try to find 6 or 7 or 8 cacao pods. Now I know most of you don't have cacao pods growing in your area, but we're fortunate in this area of the Big Island where the soil is so volcanically rich and it's just jungle. Like everything grows. It's amazing. It's so crazy. There's so many things here. Like check this out. This is a Rollinia fruit. What? So delicious. It's like this divine creamy deliciousness inside. It's not ripe yet. Right, open it. And then we've also got, this is called Abiyu, and it is in the Sapote family. Same as these little purple star apples. So many fruits, so many leafy greens on this land here. So I look forward to showing you how to cook those, and just all these different, fruits and vegetables and leafy greens and herbs. So these aren't the most juicy cacao pods that I've ever had. Not really the most tasty either, but that's the beauty of this kind of food, is that it's always different, never the same. So I'm getting a little bit out. I could probably dilute it a little, pour a little hot water in here. Help that rinse this stuff off with these seeds. Because I can feel the slime kind of building, but it's just not quite enough to be like milking it out. But that would basically be the motion, is you're like trying to milk it out. You can start to see it come out of this mesh bag. Pour a little bit of hot water on it, just to loosen it up a little. Alright, well, this is going to take a while, so I'm not going to make you watch me do this. And since this is not a video I'm editing, I will just taste what is on my hands. I take it back, this is a really flavorful one. It's a little more subtle than the last one that Michael and I had, which was like super sweet and super floral, like very floral flavored, not like chocolate. But yeah, I mean, there's such variation and just different cacaos, different chocolates. So I imagine in the fruit there is as well. So yeah, I'm definitely going to keep my eyes open for a larger batch of these cacao pods, because I really can't describe enough how good that fruit juice is. And it's not something you can buy in a store. You have to make it. So, alright, well, that's all for now. These are Mysore bananas. So many different kinds of bananas here. Look at this. This is right from down the street. These different kinds of bananas. Apparently these are the most popular ones in India, Mysore bananas. Anyways, I'm just super excited about all of the amazing food here, and I'm excited to just share with you the gifts of the land that we get to receive and nourish ourselves with. Because I love to nourish myself, and I love to nourish my partner Michael, and I love to share that with you guys. So thank you for joining me in this little Saturday morning project, and I'll talk to you soon. Alright, bye. Oh wait, I'm still wanting to do this actually. So I am going to make you wait. Hold up. Because this, to me, this is the most exciting thing is, I don't know, they're pretty equally exciting. You know what I might do, because I can and it's mine, is I might leave all of this cacao juice in here and then strain it through that. What a good idea. And then it's going to be like cacao flavored sprouted coconut milk. What? Cacao, not cacao flavored, cacao fruit flavored. Crazy. Alright, so I'm going to pour this in. Now with coconut milk like this, you can actually do more than one pressing of it. So this first pressing is going to be like the cream, right? It's going to be the really rich, creamy, fatty, which is our favorite part. We love the rich and creamy, fatty coconut milk. Let me show you this process if I can. Ugh. Alright, there we go. So you're just milking it, squeezing all that delicious coconut milk out. Doesn't get any fresher than this. I love me some canned organic coconut milk, but this is just so much better, and it's so abundant here. I mean, these coconuts are everywhere. You might as well be using them, right? You might as well not be ordering them on Vitacost or getting them at the health food store. Well, it's nice to have as a backup, but this is where it's at. And I'm really, really excited about this. Man, you get strong squeeziness too, which I need to practice because I'm taking classes, aerial classes, at space at the street, which I'm super excited about. The teacher reminds me of like a Russian ballet teacher, which I love because I love me some ballet. All right, so let me show you this. Actually, let me pour it into this jar for you so you can see it. What? Oh my gosh. Look at that. Incredible. Oh my god, it's so sweet and delicious. Michael, you have to come try this. It's so good. Alright. Cheers. Enjoy. You can do this yourself if you can just get your hands on coconut. That's a little easier, even if you're, not living in the jungle in Hawaii. So, make you some coconut milk. Alright.